Welcome to the Rotary Club of Tulsa, and for the last time I get to say, I'm the 100th president of this club, and I'm so proud of that. Thank you. Woo. Okay, I had to get that off my chest. All right. Song and Pledge by Jerry Murator. On the piano, the great, the mighty, the wonderful, can't say enough about him, Tom Wolfe. Visitor introductions by past President Linda Bradshaw. And now our invocation will be given by Jerry Dillon. Jerry Dillon.
Oh,
Jerry Murator. There.
No, you're right. Jerry Dillon's.
Jerry Dillon's first. Come here. It's okay.
Jerry, quite contrary. Father, here we are celebrating another year, finishing strong under Karen's leadership. We know that the person who strives in life without your divine direction will only find temporary cures that do not cure, blessings that do not bless, and solutions that do not solve. We pray for enough failure to keep us humble and enough success to keep us encouraged. We pray you will keep us low enough that we will always want to look up and seek you, and high enough to be able to lift all those that you give us a desire to serve to a higher plateau of living. Father, keep us in need enough so that we will always want to serve, produce, and create, and bless us with enough funds that we can share what we have with others. We pray for you to keep us weak enough so that we will always seek your divine wisdom and strong enough to bear one another's burdens. So thank you for Rotary and the ideal of service above self. We thank you for Karen Keith's leadership in serving us and you and in the world around us. May your blessings always rest upon her and upon us as we seek to serve. Amen.
Now? Okay, please join me in, I thought I was going to remember it, but I didn't. I think it's America the Beautiful. Is that it is? Oh, beautiful for space. Okay, that's the one. And we'll follow by the pledge, okay? All together. Oh, beautiful for space, skies forever rays of rain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. Well, President Karen, you've been honored to serve as Rotary Club, as president of this Rotary Club. We have had the honor of having you as our 100th president. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And today, I'm introducing our visitors and guests. It's always a pleasure for me to do that. If you're a visitor, you are here on Steak Day, and that means one thing for you. It means that your host Rotarian loves you very much because they had to pay more for your lunch today than they normally do. And it also means that it's an opportunity for the Rotarians in this club today to honor our leadership of our president and also those others who have served this year so faithfully. Introducing our guests today, if you'll stand briefly, and then we'll honor all at the end. Tom Payne, Rotarian, has with him his wife, Wanda. And also with Tom today, Pat Key, Tulsa County Clerk. Jack McGlumphy has with him his sister, Dana McGlumphy, and Dana's daughter, Sarah Ann Neff. Richard and Russell Gibbs brought Jennifer Gibbs and Autumn Warden. Bill Vogel has as his guest Gail Eder, Up with Trees, exec. John Story has Julie Story. And Eric Ortega has his wife, Linda. Stu McDaniel has Beverly, Troy, and Belle McDaniel. Forrest Cameron has his wife and one of my good friends, Sharon Cameron, and also Sharon, I know it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Brenda Melicon has brought Becky Fields. And Greg Keck, John Mishka. Of course, I will not leave out our incoming president, Rhonda Renz. She has with her as a guest today her assistant, Whitney Collins, and also her husband-to-be, Terry Daniel. Dan Rogers has brought Eloise. Rogers, where are you, Dan? And Eloise? Over here. Over 65 years of marriage, and also I snowmobiled with them in 1997 in the Yellowstones. Always wonderful to have visiting Rotarians with us today. Ben Gorell, Southside, welcome. And also, we must give a shout out to Linda Ortega from Sunrise. Thank you very much for visiting this wonderful club, and we do hope you'll come back and see us again.
Linda's been such a mentor to me. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her, so I just want to give you a thank you and a hug. So I appreciate you so much. I have some special guests here that I'd like to introduce. My spousal unit husband, Patrick Malloy. Yay, Pat. Ella McKenzie. Don't know how she puts up with me, my assistant, and keeps me on track. My dear friend Don Comstock, who helps me so much out in the county. Jamie Cox, new potential Rotarian, excited about that. And she's come back from Houston. Used to work at Shell. Well, she was at Shell in Houston and worked as a lobbyist for them. So she's OCCJ, so really looking forward to that. And Vicki and Michael, they helped me at the county. So glad you're here. And Stu's family, they're part of my backbone. So thank you all very much for being here today. I appreciate that. We've got some Rotary sponsors I'd like to acknowledge. Gene Budd with Interior Concepts, and Jeff Newman with Waste Management. And Jeff, I guess, is the new sponsor for the Christmas parade. It kind of rolls off your tongue. Let's see, Waste Management, Merry Christmas Parade. Anyway, Jeff Newman, thank you for everything that you do. And of course, we encourage you to do business with your fellow Rotarians. Please thank all of today's sponsors and all of our folks who volunteered today. We've got a couple of committee meetings, the Budget, room 232, and the IBA Awards Steering Committee, room 234. And in announcements, it is the end of our fiscal year this month, and we ask that all committee chairs please submit any unpaid invoices or reimbursement requests to the Rotary office as soon as possible so the checks can be issued and signed before June 30th. And you may email scans along with your approval to pay to Tommy Lynn's attention at tommylynn@tulsarotary.com. In recent weeks, the Rotary office staff has experienced some issues with emails being rejected by security and anti-spam devices such as Barracuda and Sonic Wall. If you have one of these devices installed on your network, please advise your IT staff and please include www.tulsarotary.com as an approved domain. And speaking of emails, as we transition between Rotary years next week, this is a great time to confirm your membership roster view card information and make sure it's up to date. Watch for a separate personalized email with a quick link to your DAC-DB profile where you can verify and edit your own membership information. Does that mean I have to take off when I was president? Okay. I want to take this opportunity to thank our entire Steak Day cooking team. Please stand up. That was a fantastic meal. Where is everybody? Scott Petty, Maureen Petty, Steve Clark, and Brad Anthematin. If you're sitting by him, just take a whiff. I also want to express our appreciation to Richard Alexander, owner of Hasty Bake, who provided the grills and charcoal plus delivery and pickup at no charge to us today. We ought to get Richard in this club. Thank you, Richard. And now I'd like all of my board members to stand up if you'd like. I want to give them a big round of applause, and then I'm going to have a few things to say about them. So please stand up. Thank you for everything you've done this year. Rhonda, thank you. It's been fun, and I've got more about you in a minute. Will Smith, my board chair. I'm just so grateful to have gotten to know you. It was so much fun, and I look forward to doing so much more. And John Howland, Mr. Photographer, you stepped up so many times on so many occasions. You were also great counsel, and I am so grateful to you and Ron and Jerry for all the photos you've done this year. And Chuck, it was a joy working with you on membership. I'm proud of all your ideas and anxious to see you move them forward. And Carl Vincent, I love the exchanges between you and Desiree. Desiree will be protected now. All right, and Desiree, getting to know Desiree, you get to know a Rotarian through and through. I want to thank her for all the extra things she's done. And Hannibal, thank you for stepping up and helping with events and for your service on the board. You rock. Sarge, Janet Rockefeller, thank you for your outstanding sense of humor and for honoring all of our outstanding Rotarians. I think we could all do the walk here. We should have it down pretty good. And Tom Clinda, I will always cherish your advice and your laugh. Would you do it for me? It's the cutest. It's really, he can't do it unless it's spontaneous, but anyway, it's really cute. Ed Monette, you should hang a sign up as counselor. Thank you for all your advice. He knows I did a lot of leaning, and that also goes for John Raines. Thank you both very much. And Michael Burks, so much fun to work with you. And Eric Ortega, I owe you. Oh my goodness. You came through for me week after week. And I can promise you that if he never sees another mystery Rotarian, he will be so happy. Claudette Rogers, besides being able to do the hula hoop, you are just plain fun. Thanks for your service. And Janelle Beard, thank you for pitching in. And will not be teasing you anymore at board meetings. Now, my committee chairs, could you please stand up? You guys were all stellar. Mandy, a shout out to you for all your work on grants and committee. Joy, thank you. Paula, all your work. Everybody, Marty, everybody that helped out this year, thank you. I am so grateful. And the office staff, would you please stand? You guys have no idea how much stuff they did to help out. I mean, my schedule is a bit crazy, so that I think they probably had to pitch in more with me than they have in the past. Tommy Lynn, Margaret, and Donna, just very, very grateful. Thank you all so much. And my appreciation goes out to the tech team who worked diligently to complete the upgrade on our audio-visual equipment. They can't help with this. The tech team made it possible for us to enjoy these great visual additions to our weekly meetings. And I also want to thank Miguel from the church's audio-visual staff. Yay! He is always smiling and so encouraging, and I appreciate that. And Doug, you should stand up. I put him through the paces for today, and I wish you were in that photo, but thank you for everything you've done. And a special thanks to our kitchen staff. They are incredible. Donna is always smiling. And Derek, he knows that I love his homemade soups. He does a great job. He's been a great addition, so I just appreciate them very much. Thank you. And you know, the phone company retirees who give us great service throughout the year. If any of you are in here, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate what you do for us. Thanks so much. And Tom Wolf, I know I say something about you all the time, but I just think you set the tone for the meeting, and I am just so thankful to you, Tom. Thank you. Bob McKenzie, for his passion to eradicate polio and the thousands of dollars he's raised. Bob, where are you? Thank you, Bob. And Bob has been so encouraging, too. Thank you. And I want to thank Brenda for her friendship, and Judge, Jack, Mickey, and Linda, everybody who's done so much for our water well project. You guys have made a difference in so many lives in Nicaragua. Thank you. Joseph and Corey, thank you for putting us on the map with Crescendo and for impacting the lives of so many budding musicians. We just really appreciate what you've done. Linda, I know you worked hard on that too. And yeah, and IBUS, Trey Walling and Company. I'm not going to make you look at that picture again. Kim Jong-un. But anyway, if you weren't here, it's okay. But, well, actually, if you'd stand up, Trey, they might understand anyway. I want to thank you so much for an incredible evening and all the money that you raised to help us with our work. And Trey, I really appreciate you putting up with all my comments and your cute hairdo. Our Camp Enterprise crew, would you guys stand up, please? Brian Bovard jumped through the hoops. Your passion kept us alive. And Stu, thank you for your help with the website and for serving as a counselor. Harvey, John, Eric, all of this group, they change lives every year at this camp. So thank all of you very much. And Mark Short and Luann, Greg, Matt, Terry, all of our volunteers at Celia Clinton. It is a much better school, a much more loving school because of what you guys do day in and day out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rotarian and Chief Deputy Michael Willis and my assistant Ella McKenzie, thank you for helping me juggle my work life and my year as president, and that's why I took that photo. Now, to all of you for the opportunity to meet the likes of Teddy Roosevelt and to hear speakers like our own Muzon Biggs. It was just so cool. I thought we had great speakers throughout the year, and it would not have been possible without our chair, Bob Jack, the busiest guy in town, literally, Norm Simon, Keith Bailey, Tom Payne, Russell Gibbs, just to name a few. Thank all of you for your efforts in bringing us the great programming that we had last year. Thank you. And our incoming president, Rhonda Renz. I want to thank her for her partnership this year and all her support. And congratulations on everything wonderful in your life. And for what will be the best year in Rotary for our club. Because you will be serving as our official centennial president. And Rhonda doesn't know how to do anything less than excellent. It will be an incredible year. Rhonda, thank you for everything. So excited. And finally, a toast to Patrick Malloy, my sweet husband, who prefers a quiet life, but supports me and puts up with my public life, and for putting up with being called Mr. Keith. And finally, to all of our past presidents, you set the bar so high, And you helped me so much. Linda B., I appreciate everything. And whenever I first heard about this, I'd ask a bunch of them to go sit down with me and talk to me about what the year would be like. And I really leaned on them all a lot, and I'm just thankful for your leadership. And finally, there's another Rotarian I'd like to thank, and this guy was there through thick and thin, helped me make adjustments, worked through numerous issues, was on the ground floor of nearly every Rotary event this year, not unlike his efforts from past years. You helped Brian Bovard breathe life back into Camp Enterprise, and you've been working with Eric to help get us a new website. And Kathy, thank you for sharing John this year. I am so thankful for his help as a board member. Please help me congratulate Rotarian of the Year, John Raines. Okay, Sarge, you're up. Oh, you're done. Okay, Sarge, thank you for a great year. Thank you so much. Okay, now this guy's been incredible. It's our past president, Ed Monette Jr. He is the Rotarian of the Day. Ed is the owner of Monette and Associates. He joined our club in May of 1985. Ed is a Club Foundation Fellow, a benefactor, and a Paul Harris Fellow. He's also been awarded 4 Avenues of Service citation from Rotary International. Please welcome Rotarian of the Day, past President Ed Monette.
Thank you, Karen. It has been an outstanding year. We all had a lot of fun. I hope you've had a lot of fun, and we say this every year, but we're sincere every year that it's been the best yet. And Rhonda, we're looking forward to those coming up. A little bit of business to take care of. Past President Tom Klenda, who's wondering why he's up here. You need to come up here and present Karen with her past president's pin that she will wear daily with pride, and your gavel plaque.
President Karen, this is your presidential gavel, and it says, presented to Karen Keith, President 2013-14 Rotary Club of Tulsa.
Thank you.
And congratulations on a great year. And we also have your pin.
Cool.
So I need your,
My old one?
yes. Now this pin has been worn by the presidents going back even before Phil Lakin. And so it, now, wait a minute. I took it to Yale Cleaners before I wore it. But I wore it the entire year, you've worn it the entire year, and then Rhonda, this has your name on it. Let's see, but this,
Oh, this is really cool. It's got a diamond in it.
oh,
Woo.
I'll let you pull that out. And I get to pin you on
Diamonds
that.
are.
Now, I remember this time in a program last year when, before my roast went wild, I wish that I could have been able to just walk off the stage.
I'm scared.
But my last act as president was to put Ed and his committee on probation. So I think you'll be safe to stay this year. But I do remember you said at the beginning of the year, you said, I am going to have a blast. And we've had a blast with you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tom. I've had so much fun. Right?
Okay.
Before I introduce our next person, I do need to give you late-breaking news from Tulsa World that I just saw on my phone. I was being rude and looking at it while you were rambling on, and thanks and stuff. The OU Board of Regents have just approved a $370 million stadium renovation. So with that, I will now introduce Will Smith, Chairman of the Board.
So bad. So bad. Every year it's our tradition to give our outgoing president a gift from the board, from the membership, from staff. And we had a very, very small budget. You are worth a lot more than this, you know. Anyway, Karen, on behalf of all of
Let's
us.
take this out of here. It's
Okay.
not from Chico's, I don't think. Cool.
Where's that from?
Mary Ann Duran Art Gallery. Can we tell them the truth?
Yes.
Okay, well, they're actually making a piece for me because the one we got there, the one I kind of wanted was gone. So they're actually making a piece, and I can't wait to get it, but it's not done yet. So it's light, but it looks good.
It does look good. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay. Doug, are we ready? Let us watch our year in review. And now, it is, we come to the part of the program where it's time for the Mystery Rotarian. So let's see who can figure out who it is the quickest. So please, let's start our Mystery Rotarian.
Today's Mystery Rotarian was born in 1954 in Muskogee, Oklahoma, USA. She was active in 4-H and graduated from Muskogee High School in 1972. She put herself through college with scholarships and a variety of jobs. A 1976 graduate of Oklahoma State University, she earned a degree in radio, TV news, and public affairs. She worked 26 years in broadcasting. Her broadcast career took her from Joplin, Missouri, to Colorado Springs, to Oklahoma City, and finally, Tulsa. She spent 21 years at KTEW, which later became KJRH, as an anchor, reporter, as well as executive producer and host of Oklahoma Living. Today's Mystery Rotarian is proudest of her work on documentaries that took her to Vietnam, Israel, Germany, Russia, and Mexico. But there are other sides to our Mystery Rotarian. Many dogs have been lucky enough to call her Mom. As she became one of the most familiar and most honored personalities in local television, she also owned and operated a Brookside bed and breakfast and designed and manufactured a clothing line for seniors. At the same time, she was assuming a leadership role in the Brookside Business Association, helping to create the popular Halloween tradition, the Boo-Ha-Ha Parade. As proof of her diplomatic skills, today's Mystery Rotarian, a Democrat, joined the staff of Republican Mayor Bill LaFortune in 2002. She gave up a career in broadcasting for the duties of Director of Community Relations. In a political field dominated by males, our Mystery Rotarian is only the second female to have a seat at the Tulsa County Commissioner's table. She's now serving her second term. Our Mystery Rotarian lists as her accomplishments a new juvenile justice center recently approved by voters, road and bridge enhancements, levee repairs, improved neighborhoods and common areas, economic development, and finally, serving as the 100th president of the Rotary Club of Tulsa.
out of modesty, I think there were no credits at the end of this, but the entire credit for those videos go to Beth Donica, who did an absolutely outstanding job on that. I guess technically we have to thank Beth Ringel, too, for doing the voiceover on that last one. So Karen, thank you again.
That was really, really sweet. And I don't know if you could tell from all the time I'm smiling throughout this whole year. I have had such a wonderful experience, and I'm just thankful that you have allowed me to do this past year. It's been such a blessing, and it's something I'll never forget. So thank you, one and all. I'm kind of speechless, so I can't say anything else but ribbit. This goes to Celia Clinton. And we've got so much to look forward to. Our upcoming program, incoming President Rhonda Renz, and she's going to talk about her year ahead, which is going to be incredible. And then past President Muzan Biggs will be speaking about Light Up Rotary. And anytime he speaks, just sets the bar so high. But before we close, we got one other thing. Oh, it's here. Donna, if you would come up here, please. It's Donna's 10th anniversary with the club. And I wanted to say thank you. And you're fortunate that I'm not sharing the pictures of us drinking wine in Portugal, drinking wine in Muskogee at the park. But I did want to share this photo with Rotary International President Ron Burton. We had a great time with him. And Will and I just wanted to say thank you. As chairman of the board, we got a little something for you in the envelope. So thank you very much for your help. Very good. You. Do I really have to close the meeting? Let's just keep. I've had so much fun. Again, thank you all so much for this opportunity. I'm just so grateful. Thank you, thank you. We'll see you. I'll be out there with you now, so yay. I'll see you soon. Thank you.